Hi, this is Michael. I'm standing outside the American Legion Armory on Halffoot Road. It's early in the morning. It's freezing cold outside. I got my cup of coffee. Tons of people are here today. Cars, people driven up from all over for a tournament. This is a tournament of Magic the Gathering, which is a Magic the Gathering sweeping the nation, and people are buying the cards in the billions. It's come down to the billionth card has been finally produced and sold. So let's go on inside and see what all the excitement's about, shall we? Let's take a look at this. So I can only see one of these on the first one.
You're really into the Star Trek cards too, aren't you?
Red, black, card.
As the progenitor of the trading card game as a whole, we have Richard Garfield to thank for it. According to Justin Davis, in 2021, there are about 50,000 different cards that compose Magic split into 5.5 colors. Wait, can you go back? Can you tell me what the Deck Master means? No, really, like, what is that supposed to mean? Well, it was supposed to mean that there was other games in the Deckmaster brand, but there isn't. It's just Magic, so I guess I win. There's white, which is described as order, cooperation, protection. Blue, which is knowledge, control, perfection. Black, which is power, death, and ambition. Red is emotion, chaos, and rebellion. Green, which is and community. These are analogs to light, water, necromancy, grass, and earth, and fire. They're all more suggestions and not law. That means there's boundary pushing and eternal no take-backsies for mistakes, driving a few cards upward in demand forever. On another note, there's 32 combinations of mana, and you can stack as many as you'd like until the deck is all 5 named Booberg. Should be a cereal. Back on track, there's 2 favorite game modes. 60 card deck with 20 health, aka standard, guess why? And 99 +1 cards with no duplicates, and the +1 being the commander, a creature you can recast multiple times with attacks, called Commander. My interest in Magic the Gathering goes back to Adventure Time and footage I can't show you because Warner Brothers will warn my family. Card Wars was an episode inspired by Magic the Gathering I thought was enthralling, made up of factions. About 15 years later, I found out how to actually play Magic the Gathering and I freaked out. I didn't have a very high interest in it though, till I met my girlfriend who I love. She wanted to get back into Magic the Gathering after having trauma with her dad, as he taught her how to play. With Final Fantasy releasing, she saw fit to get back into it, as well as get rid of some of her trauma. She egged me onto a website called Untapped.in, a simulator for any card game. Shockingly, it has Magic on it. First choice is red and black because those are my colors. I also saw this as an opportunity to try and meet new people in person with a common interest, something that I've been very... Hey, I'm trying to be vulnerable here, can you not cut me off? Okay, I saw this as an opportunity to try and meet new people in person with a common interest down the line. Something I've been struggling with since I have anxiety and depression, so being in public for a very long time is challenging, and I very easily try to creep back into my shell. This got me out of the house to meet strangers for something in common. Okay, now do your stupid ad.
Dear Magic the Gathering, I'm returning your stupid goblin card. He's weak. Can't you make him less of a weenie? Signed, Jason Black.
Giant growth. Magic the Gathering, the trading card game.
Well, Jason, what do you think?
Looking through the top commanders, Valgavoth stands out as someone who I like the vibe and gameplay of. He's a god of the House of Duskmourn who's bound to stay inside of it. So using contracts, you grow the house to the entire plane that creates Duskmourn. There's other planes that comprise the sets, but Duskmourn is my favorite. It's entirely horror tropes like UFOs and slashers, but the most popular sets are Ravnica and Blind Eternities. Ravnica is composed of all 10 combinations of 2-color mana that create political groups embodying the difference between each color. And Eldrazi, which are colorless, incomprehensible gods that try to reach the pinnacle of what cards could be in Magic. If you know what sets are missing from that list, calm down, I'll get to it. One of the biggest double-edged swords of Magic is Universes Beyond. On one hand, it's amazing to have some amazing characters from classic franchises that many love inside of Magic, letting people share their favorite franchises as game pieces, though at some point Magic isn't Magic anymore. Like my favorite fantasy setting, New York City, from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Spider-Man. A little bit about me, Kingdom Hearts 2 is my second favorite game, so when I hear Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering, I start jumping up and down. Then I hear it's the main 16 games only and I get a little sad, but it's fine because I like Clive Rossfield from Tekken. But seriously, this is one of the biggest sets with some of the most love put into it. And I'm not going to fucking buy the near $1,000 collector booster box for Final Fantasy as much as I love it. I'm not paying for it or Lord of the Rings' actual One Ring that ended up with Post Malone buying it for $2 million. The things that pain me is things that I want to play are upcharged just because they're popular, like the Sephiroth card, which is $40 for just one. And the rest will probably skyrocket the entire budget to $150 for a standard deck at least. And if you're thinking this is exclusive to Final Fantasy, it's not. It's almost every Universes Beyond or Secret Lair. I didn't say what Secret Lair is, but it's a limited time release with super special duper art for inflated prices. I'm not paying $50 for 5 cards worth $3. But sometimes they do special releases only for Secret Lair, such as Super State, which buffs creatures to an insane amount. Yesterday I lost a game because of it. But because it's Secret Lair, it's now limited to an exclusive club or $15 for 1 card. So what do you do in a situation like that? Well, I think there's 2 really good options. Go to a pre-release / draft or play online. My most recent pre-release is also my first one, and it's Secrets of Strixhaven. I didn't get to record it because there was over 40 attendance, which is the first event they've sold out. But I do have enough notes to get what has happened, and instead my footage is a private draft with me and my girlfriend, as we definitely fight over a collector booster that I'm not going to keep for myself. That was filmed at the Dragon Sword in Hackettstown. When I asked the owner if he had something he wanted to say to my audience, he said, "No, I have a face meant for radio." Back to what pre-release actually is. You open 6-ish packs of the new set, and you must concoct what you can with at least 40 cards. The gimmick with Secrets of Strixhaven, though, is that you're given a special pack of the college you chose. There's Silverquill, which is black and white, focusing on the duality of language, how it can uplift and put down people. Lorehold, red and white, focusing on history and using the graveyard to empower themselves. Wither blue and black and green, using poisons and necromancy. Quandrix, blue and green, which is focused on exponential growth. And finally Prismari, the one I chose, red and blue, focusing on big spells earlier and throughout the game. Of course, the theming is different avenues of schooling, and being a film major, I took Prismari. My seeded deck had a ton of good cards, especially the Prismari Dragon, which became my win condition for the tournament. His mechanic is that he's a big guy who also copies spells after he's in play. Of course, with the focus of Prismari, that's really good. At the end, I had about 52 cards in my deck, including the lands, which the judge clarified is alright. In my first match, I had someone playing Wooburg for some reason, and he demolished me. Second was someone who got into Magic 2 weeks ago and didn't have money to afford sleeves, so I shared them with her. Her deck was Lorehold but didn't get any high cost creatures to get a payout for, so all of her ramp was for nothing. I won 2-0 there. Next was someone also playing Wooburg but didn't have a game plan. It was sort of funny to watch though. I won due to my dragon getting her stuck in a poor position. She also stunned my birds for 6 turns, and I assumed it meant I can't use Zilpus triggers. Update: I mixed up what my birds did like an idiot. I thought Vigilance was Menace, which is basically the polar opposite. So I didn't try to attack with my birds at fucking all, and left her rot doing nothing other than be an Opus machine. For my very real hard work, I got 4 extra packs, including 1 Dustborn pack, which was waste. All 3 of my Strixhaven packs were kind of nothing, but I appreciated having the opportunity. But after it's concluded, the inevitable question is how I would start playing Magic this way. The pre-release has concluded. Also, here's the pack at the ending and why I'm not paying. Why did you should...
We still have one more. Okay. Oh, wait, that could be big. What?
For starters, Magic the Gathering Arena is available for free with a very good tutorial, as well as tutorials for each mana color. Another way to have a tutorial is the free 1v1 decks at a local game store. I still have mine, though you're not supposed to shuffle them. My girlfriend did and I lost because of it. Probably the best one for just trying to play the game is Untapped.in, or Tabletop Simulator, which you can import any deck online to playtest it before buying it. I tried Valgavoth this way on a whim, as said earlier, and it was fun. If you're willing to pay a good amount though, try finding a pre-constructed deck you like, though they can range from like $30 to $200, so be careful with how and what you get. They also come with a strategy.
Thank you for watching. I know this is a separate cut. I didn't have it written yet. Magic has really changed my life for the better and my wallet for the worse. Goodbye forever.